The female CEO lost 1.5 billion and chose to jump off a building. The security guard, Tony, tried to catch her out of kindness. Unexpectedly, he was crushed into a paper-thin figure. But in the next second, Tony awakened the philanthropic tycoon system. Not only did he come back to life, but from then on, every good deed he did would earn him rewards from the system. However, the time limit was only for today. Seeing this, Tony casually threw an empty bottle into a trash can. Sure enough, the system immediately rewarded him with $100,000. Witnessing this, Tony sprang into action, determined to collect all the discarded bottles nearby. Before long, his balance shot up to $400,000. Next, he spent an hour removing all the illegal ads around the neighborhood. Soon, he had earned 10 million using this method, and even unlocked a system upgrade. From then on, each good deed would earn him 1 million, but he felt this was still too slow, so he quickly gathered 1 billion in cash, and headed to the city center, to rally everyone to do good deeds together. At first, people didn't believe that a single good deed could earn them 1 million, but when he casually threw out checks worth millions, everyone went crazy, and started doing good deeds like mad. Some helped truck drivers unload cargo, some cleaned windows and swept floors for janitors, some even carried elderly people across the street, just to claim their reward. Tony didn't ask any questions, he simply handed out cash left and right. But as the system's timer dropped to 15 hours, Tony grew worried again. Even though he had already made 15 billion, it still wasn't enough to travel the world, so he racked his brain, thinking of ways to help more people. Just then, a charity van appeared before him. He rushed to stop the vehicle, and after a brief conversation, he learned that a neighboring city had just suffered a massive earthquake, affecting over 2 million households. Hearing this, Tony couldn't contain his excitement. Without hesitation, he spent over 100 billion, chartering hundreds of trucks to deliver supplies. Moments later, he and his companion stood in shock, as they watched an entire warehouse of trucks, ready to depart. Soon, he arrived at the disaster zone, helping 2 million victims overcome the crisis, and earning a staggering 5 trillion in rewards. Then, he took out that 5 trillion, and decided to build a villa for each of the 2 million victims. His overwhelming financial power instantly made the beautiful charity manager faint from shock. Just then, Tony discovered that enemies were invading the nation's territory. Without hesitation, he spent his fortune hiring all the world's mercenaries, and purchased countless fighter jets, rocket launchers, and tanks. He even acquired several aircraft carriers, and over 100 nuclear warheads, preparing to wage war against the enemy. Little did he know, this action violated the system's principles, and in the end, Tony would face the ultimate backlash.